Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Dear ladies and gentlemen, the strategy for accelerated growth and employment promoting for the 2015 and 19 period focused on the economically empowering women by facilitating their professional integration and developing female entrepreneurship. Efforts are also being made by government agencies to increase the access to microcredits for women working in the informal and precarious sections. One of the aims of Djibouti's long-term national development plan is Djibouti to 2035 is for 35% of women to be economically independent by 2035. In pursuit of these specific needs, microfinancing institutions have been created by the government and its partners in the fight against poverty, with plans to extend the microfinance unit throughout the country in the next 5 years. Djiboutian women, however, noted certain obstacles, the restrictive and slow procedures for the granting credits and payment terms that are too short. Some women, especially young women, also mentioned the dearth of information about microfinance institutions. There are only 14% of adult women having a bank account in Djibouti. According to the World Bank 2022 gender report, access to finance is seen as the biggest barrier to women entrepreneurship. Women in Djibouti work more in the informal and precarious sectors. It's harder for them to access traditional financial instruments as credit, bank loans and microfinance, as they often don't have bank accounts or not enough financial guarantees. The lack of sex disaggregated data makes it harder to analyze this issue thoroughly. There is no quota to ensure a minimum level of inclusion of women in access to credit. For women, especially migrants, most migrants work in the informal sector. With migrant women as domestic workers without legal documents or access financial services, it's not so easy. Women in sport, we have such kind of limitation participation, especially women and girls in sport competitions, but they make some good results at the same time as the heads of federations, for example. We have two sides. From the one side, good appointment. From the another side, we have not such kind of seeing stimulating points from the sport of the woman. It's different policies. Please clear this information. And I want to go to the no clear measures on the gender gaps in technology, for example, the digital connective plan, sports, recreation, the green and blue economy of future jobs is invisible. In addition, no clear gender targets are provided in national priority plans, investment outlay, SDGs implementation. Just go to the questions. How many sectors have legal and policy frameworks to guide gender equality and women's economic empowerment in efforts to enhance women's contribution to the GDP at national development priorities? Please provide us a current statistic on economic participation rates in Djibouti disaggregated by sex, age and location. We say about the women in entrepreneurship as accessible to the loans and credits if you have, and how many credits was done, for example, statistic 2023 to women, especially for the development of entrepreneurship. What steps that are being taken to ensure that women benefit equally from economic development initiatives, social protection and recreation schemes, especially, for example, participation in the cultural programs as a not just national family traditional or religious traditional, but especially for the development of the international widely, at the same time for sport competitions. What about especially measures have been taken to maintain the activities of Djibouti Partial Credit Guaranteed Fund? What steps are being taken to improve infrastructure of rural areas to increase participation of women in sports and other recreative actions? We know that the real situation is not so easy, especially on the borders of your country, but internally at the same time. The poverty, but you are going better in economically each year, but the poverty is very strong in your country till these days. Please clarify the real situation and position and political will of your country. Thank you very much.